Hi everyone, and welcome back. So this isn't really the video that I wanted to be making right now, but it's the one that has to be made, and that's because my bottom surgery consultation got delayed. So I was supposed to have my consultation on September 15th, but just within a couple of days of that happening, I was contacted by them, and they told me that they had to push it back. It got rescheduled for December 1st to be exact, but that's like a long ways off, and lots of stuff could happen by that point. As we know, in 2020 tons of stuff can change in just even a week, so that's a little concerning to me, but I am glad that it got rescheduled. I can't say I'm totally surprised with how everything has been, but it's definitely not the ideal situation. So that hasn't been the only downside to things going on lately. I have been having other issues with the very place that I've been, setting up this consultation through, and it's the place that I also got my orchiectomy through. I have had financial assistance before with them, and they have been slow in the past to have that set up, but this year I have been fighting the entire year just to get them to process the paperwork, and I mean, I obviously have to give them the benefit of the doubt with the virus going on and stuff, but I have been trying to do it before this even hit. Before the virus even hit, I've been trying to get the financial stuff to go through, and just weird little things have happened to delay it and also completely restart it. So I actually have to get all of the same exact paperwork together and get all of that back to them again and hope that they're going to, process it this time. They've done a ton for me, and I really can't complain about them. I just hope that it's going to happen is all. Some other issues also include that this past week I have lost my unemployment during a pandemic, which is absolutely insane. But since my state doesn't seem to care about anybody, and I don't really feel like our country cares about anybody, it happened. So that said, I have been, frantically looking to make other means of income, which is a thing that I have been trying to do the entire pandemic. I have been, working towards, making my own self-sufficient income ever since the virus hit, but even before that, for years I have been working towards that, and trying to do it, and this virus actually gave me the opportunity to go all in and just put all my effort into that, because for a long time the financial side of things was not really as big of an issue, but now that it has become an issue, I'm really trying to get this to work. And so, there's been an increase of things that I have available for, merch, and I have my Patreon set up again, and I'm still on Twitch and extremely close to getting somewhere with that, which is something that I have been trying to do anyway. It's just become a lot more important now, and it will continue to become more important as I go through my savings while I'm trying to live off of them indefinitely, because we have no clue what is going to happen in the future, especially with the virus, especially with jobs, especially with the direction of everything. So that's basically what happened with that. I also had one other ordeal this week that caused some chaos, and that was, getting a new refill prescription for my patches. That became a big issue this week because their entire computer system was down. I don't know what caused it, but I ended up being without my hormones for a few days, and that was not fun. That was also a very, kind of freaky moment, because that's one of those really scary kind of scenarios I've had in my mind of just what happens if I can't have my hormones? Well, I kind of had to live that for a couple of days, and it's not fun. That's a scary thing. I was really lucky because I did have some tablets that I found from before patches, so I wasn't 100% without them, but trying to go back to that and only having just a little handful of them and not knowing if I'm going to be able to get hormones again is just wild. This year has been something, and I just don't even know what to think of it. I'm really glad I got my hormones back. I did get them yesterday, finally. So whenever I did find out about the consultation thing, one of my initial reactions, aside from just being like let down by it, obviously, was that I just had this drive that I had to figure out a way to move forward so that I wouldn't get sucked down by depression. I ended up like focusing on that, and I decided that I was going to pursue electrolysis again. I didn't really know what that was going to look like with the virus going on, so I didn't know if I'd be able to like get my face done or get anything done, or if the place was even still open. But I ended up contacting them, and luckily enough, like, they've still been going, they've still been doing it, and things have been going okay. So I decided to move forward with that. I felt like it was really important. Even though, like, financially, it's kind of like a struggle to like try to do that right now, I just felt like for my own sanity, I have to move forward with something, even if it's just something small like that. And even if I can only afford to go like every now and then, like as long as I'm doing that one little thing, like I just feel like it's really important. And so I did that, and I ended up doing the thing I had planned to do with surgery, which is like starting to get electrolysis down there in the area I'm going to have surgery. So like that's been really interesting, because that's something that I've known I'm going to have done for a really long time, but didn't really feel comfortable doing it, obviously, because like you have to have somebody like do that, and it's just kind of like awkward and all that. And so like things like that have just kept me away from doing that earlier, along with just the other reasonings for why it's taken forever just to continue electrolysis and all that in the past few years. I was also really relieved to find out that like the main area that seems to need to be done there is like such a smaller area than I had thought. That's another reason I thought I would get ahead of it, because it's like if I'm, done with that before I even go and have this consultation, then maybe I'll get lucky and be able to get in and have surgery much sooner than I would have otherwise. So the other thing I've been focused on lately, since doing the electrolysis, is just like kind of focusing on my self-image again, self-beautification type stuff, doing things that, make me feel good about myself. And I mean, one of those things was, playing with my hair, which I've been debating doing for over a year now. First it was debating getting the bangs, which I ended up getting them, and like being like totally happy with them again. It's something that I pretty much figured I was going to be happy with because I've had them before, but I have debated getting, an undercut for quite a while, and I decided to finally do it. And it's pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy about it. It does definitely go with the whole like apocalypse look. I do definitely feel like I'm a 2020 like refugee at this point. Like, I'm ready for the end of the world to happen and to be in the wasteland. I definitely am ready for that now. I can totally pull that off. So another positive that I had lately was that I actually have a friend that is looking into the same surgeon that I have the consultation with, and I was able to talk with her, and that was really nice because I got a lot of answers to some questions that I had for the consultation, and it's just nice that I was able to get that some way, because this surgeon has been around a while but hasn't really like done very much with the bottom surgery yet, so like I don't have a whole lot of information on him and stuff. Just to have that with somebody that I know is really good. I was able to get some answers. I do feel a lot better about the surgeon moving forward, and there's still some things I need to like find out and all that, obviously, and I definitely want to meet him for myself and see how I feel about it, but for the most part, I feel better about it. I'm still just excited for it to happen. I do have like worries in the back of my mind that it's gonna get delayed or totally canceled at some point anyway because of how stuff's going. But that's another reason I've been trying to stay positive and focus on other areas. And even though it's been a struggle, I do feel like I've been like coping with it pretty well, and continuing to move forward and make progress, and I'm glad because I feel like I was kind of stuck with my transition for a while. So thank you so much for watching this video. I do have some links to things in the descriptions if you would like to support me, check out my Twitch or even my online store and see some of the merch that I have made with some of the designs and artwork I have. All that can be found in the description below, and any of that support is so appreciated. This at this point is the only way that I can try to make an income, and between this and some commission work, I don't know when I'll be able to actually go back to my job because the virus has totally shut it down, and until there's like a cure or a very, very safe way to do it, it's probably not going to open again. And the soonest that I have been, given an estimate for is the spring. And so I really need some support if you would like, and I appreciate all of it, even if that support is just watching all the way to the end of this video and, liking or sharing with friends. Thank you so much again for watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and until next time, goodbye!